Now green bean casserole is very tasty, but it's going to be a lot better in this. Don't ask me why. I just know it. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hello good folk and welcome to the Old Curiosity Shop. I'm Scott. Today's video is actually a thrift haul. Now, I don't think I've done a thrift haul in at least 4 weeks. Yeah. But I want to thank everybody for following me and having such encouraging things to say about my move. I was filming a lot of it and I'm going to continue to film as I fix up this old 1925 bungalow. I really appreciate your interest and your input. It's made it a lot more enjoyable. But of course, my hope is to really get this channel back into the thrifting of the old items from mostly the 1920s into the early 1950s. But as you know, I'll venture into the 60s once in a while, and I'm always willing to go back into the Victorian era. So when I'm out thrifting, you'll see me focusing mostly on antique and collectible items from, 1850 to 1950, I suppose we could say. The things that I show you today will be for sale in a live sale Monday night. Now today is Friday, November the 4th. So Saturday is the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, so it must be Monday the 7th. Yes, because Tuesday's election day, and you better believe I'm going to be voting. You better go vote. Okay, so Monday night, pre-election day, November the 7th, live sale. Let's just go ahead and say 8 o'clock, and it will be Eastern Standard Time because we're turning our clocks ahead tomorrow night. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Now, I would like to venture into doing maybe one live sale a month. If you have checked out the eBay store, it is anemic. I mean, it is sad. There is nothing in it. Maybe 3 things. With this move, everything is in a box. It's either in a box somewhere in this house or somewhere in Philly. And it's just easier for me right now to do an occasional live sale. But I'll be getting back into photographing and actually listing items for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop. Don't give up on the Old Curiosity Shop eBay store. You certainly will be seeing things popping in there soon. So today I'm going to show you everything that's going to be for sale on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully there won't be any problems. If you see a thumbnail that says 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock, ignore it. It's definitely going to be 8 p.m. As I said before, my time settings are messed up, and I haven't figured out how to correct it yet. Okay, and hopefully this time we won't have all that fuzziness that we did before. Sometimes the internet just decides it's going to turn you into fuzzy-wuzzy, and that's what happened before. Well, let me take a sip out of my wonderful, I believe Cambridge made these, it's a mug, but sort of like they might have called it a tankard, I'm not sure about that, but it is made of amber glass, and it does go all the way back to the Depression era. Don't pour boiling hot percolated coffee into these. It can be warm, it can even be hot, but it helps to put a spoon in it first or to warm up your cups. I like to pour hot water into my glass first and sort of prime it to keep it from cracking. Okay, and then the second thing I'll do today is chit-chat a little bit about the update on the house here, and we'll do that after this thrift haul is over with. So the things that you're going to be seeing on Monday night, let's get started. We're going to start with this piece right here. I think I made a mistake with this. No doubt it's a wonderful chocolate pot. It's got Nippon written all over it. Actually, it does have Nippon written on the bottom, and it is Royal Nippon. So we're somewhere from 1891 to 1921, probably just after the turn of the century, 1910, something like that. And a lot of people do just collect the chocolate pots, even if they can't find the little chocolate cups to go with them. I don't think I've ever seen a chocolate pot in a thrift shop with all of the little chocolate pots to go with it, cups and saucers. Now, the mistake that I believe is, and you're probably picking up on that, the palette of the lid doesn't quite match the palette of the pot itself. Very possibly that this came from some other chocolate pot, but it's beautiful, all hand painted with no damage on it. And the lid is also beautifully hand painted with no damage. It's of the era, it fits in it, even though the palette is slightly different. We're gonna sell it anyway. And if you are a collector of orphaned chocolate pots, that one will be available for you. I have several things here in the beautiful autumn colors. Now, normally, in a normal year, when I'm not moving from place to place, I sell all of this stuff in September. But I'm gonna go ahead and offer these up, even though Halloween is over. We still have the month of November to decorate. Although I know a lot of you, the minute the last trick-or-treater is down the driveway, you whip out the aluminum Christmas tree. Some of you just skip Thanksgiving. That's okay. But some of you like to keep the autumn colors going all through November. I know I do. All right, mid-century folk. I think that's a mid-century shape, is it not? What do you call that? An ur? Is that an ur? There are no chips on it. It's nice and elegant, and it has a wonderful glaze on it. And it says on the bottom, well, it says Hager, made in the USA, 4044. So it's a Hager piece. We could date it. Lovely, with no damage at all. Very graceful. You see that? Yeah, nice for your autumn decorating. You'll see, as I said, you'll see him again on Monday night. Also for the mid-century folk is a mid-century twist on the 1930s candy jar, 1920s candy jar, which was very popular then. This piece, I know you've told me a million times, and I will probably continue to forget a million times. But when we see the petals on the base, it's what? Yep, go ahead. It's one or the other. L.E. Smith or, who's the other one? Oh, Viking. So you guys can tell me, because I'm not a mid-century glass person and I always seem to forget. But there it is. It has no damage to it at all. Beautiful amber candy dish. Mid-century. Is that the last mid-century thing? Not exactly. Let's go ahead and do all of the stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s. There is another candy dish. This one also is probably a 1960s piece, and it's got a moon and a star type pattern on there. I'm sure that someone knows exactly who the maker is of that piece. It's got a really pretty color to it, beautiful amber color. It's a nice small one as well. So, you know, if you're trying to cut back on sweets, you put a little candy dish out, and there you go. That's a pretty one. We'll have that in the live sale. And now, of course, with those two, we're in the 60s here, I guess. And with this one, we're going to go back into the Depression era. Now, I love this one. This may be, I'm not sure, but it reminds me, the colors are very similar, and this is good Cambridge glass. This is a good early candy dish as well. Almost looks like a powder jar, but it's footed, and so we're going to go with a candy jar. It is nice and small, you know. You're not going to get fat on this unless you keep refilling it. But that's just a beautiful piece. It has an optic pattern on the inside, very reminiscent of the 30s, and sort of it tapers down in a deco fashion. So it's a very 30s looking piece made of very nice amber glass, and it has no condition problems at all. That is a lovely little candy dish. I kind of don't want to part with that one. Okay, I've also got for you something I have not researched at all yet. So you EAPG folks, because my EAPG book is, I think it's still in Philly. Big, beautiful EAPG bowl in this beautiful sort of emerald green cup. Well, is this emerald green? You decide. Sawtooth edges with no damage on the sawtooth edges. And boy, we've got a lot going on. On the inside of this bowl, we are embossed with all kinds of fruit. We've got cherries and plums and pears and grapes and cables. On the outside, you knew there were going to be grapes and cables on it somewhere. Well, there are the grapes and cables on the outside. And the fruit that you see is embossed on the inside. A big center bowl, fruit bowl. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat, right? And I will be as well if I don't stop eating 2 ginger snaps a day instead of 1. That's a nice one. Don't know who made it because I haven't bothered to look it up. But that's what a beautiful center bowl there for Christmas time. That's the only sort of Christmassy thing or green thing that I've got in this particular thrift haul. Well, no, there's one more green thing. Okay, let's have a sip. And then, look at this stack of plates. No, they're not the sandwich ones that I didn't buy. Speaking of beautiful Christmas time entertaining, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plates. If you got 9 relatives, somebody has to eat in the kitchen on a paper plate. But the 8 favorite ones get to sit at the big boys' table, and they get to eat off of these. They're nice little sandwich luncheon size or dessert size, and they are absolutely beautiful. Now this pattern is called English Hobnail by Westmoreland. Not to be confused with the Miss America pattern made by Anchor Hocking, which looks a lot like it. And you can learn the difference. There's certain ways you can learn the difference. But these are the Westmoreland English Hobnail. These are just absolutely beautiful. They reflect the light. All these little, I'm sorry, Westmoreland, English Hobnail. Just beautiful on a table. You can put these on top of silver or gold chargers or white porcelain plates. You really don't have to have a whole matchy set, but it's really pretty to serve your... Can you imagine the dinner is over and then out in the kitchen you put your plum pudding on these and out this comes and everybody gets a plate. So 8 of these. It's heavy glass. There are no chips or cracks on any of these beautiful English Hobnail plates. So that's going to be... It's heavy. The box won't be huge, but it will weigh a lot. I don't know what to do with it. I'll put it right back where it was. I cannot believe I keep finding and I keep buying these wonderful 1930s Pyrex casseroles. Here's another one with the etched flowers on the top, on the lid. Yeah? You've seen me show you these before. And there's the old Pyrex from the 30s with that yellow tint. And then the wonderful pierced caddy that you carry it. You know, you get piping hot out of the stove, the oven, and then right on to the Thanksgiving table. Now, green bean casserole is very tasty, but it's going to be a lot better in this. Don't ask me why. I just know it. And so this is a nice one. Yeah? What size is that? I don't know. A couple of quarts? I'm not very good about that. While we're on the baking, look at this. Don't look at this. I haven't made up my mind yet. All right, look at it. I don't think I want to sell it. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of, I forget what it is, made in Japan, handcrafted, and it says blah. It says, I can't see what it says. It might have the Mori brothers on it, but it is a beautiful Japanese piece, very typical of what you'd see in the 1920s. And notice what they call the negative space here, where these are all connected, and we've got the luster, the orange luster on the inside, and then the black and then green on the outside with these wonderful stylized flowers in random positions, and we got a butterfly on there. This is a nice Japanese piece. Not your typical piece of lusterware, although it has luster on the top. I like that we've got this wonderful black and green. Yeah, this, I don't know, I might change my mind, but right now it's gonna go up in the live sale. Okay. Now back to another baking piece. You'll notice on here the pattern, and you ought to be able to get to remember this now. This is a glass bake piece, right? Now this is McKee's attempt to give Pyrex a run for their money. And I don't know, this big, this might not have ever had a lid. And something's telling me that it might not have, but I could be wrong on that. So it's a huge dish, baking dish, etched the way they did in the 30s. Is it showing up like right there? You can see it, a glass bake piece. So ready for your baking. These plates are gonna get on my nerves because they're making noise. Let me move them out of the way. Okay. And then I may pair some of these pieces up into a grab bag kind of a thing. I don't know, but we're gonna put them all up. Even though we're halfway through the autumn season. Two beautiful pieces of crackle glass here. Hand blown, of course, probably made in West Virginia. I like, you know, these are so nice to decorate with. No condition problems on those. Condition problem on this little guy. He has a little, his head is okay. Where, oh, his basket, his nest has a little chip on it right there. You see that? So the hen is okay. That's a little tiny one. That's another candy dish. If you've been, you know, if that pantsuit is feeling a little tight around the hips, I shouldn't just pick on the ladies. Gentlemen, if you had to increase the belt loop size on your pants and the holidays aren't even here yet, this candy dish is for you. You get 3 candy corns in there, maybe 4, and that's it, right? Portion control. I'm just kidding. You know I'm just kidding. Now, look at these guys. We've got 2. Are you ready, Lisa in Dover? Poor Lisa down in Dover. She knows we love to play. We have not one turkey toilet in Amberina, but we've got a second turkey toilet in beautiful amber. And yes, I'm happy to say that they are both made by the same company. Now this one has These are both L.E. Smith pieces of glass. And they have the mark on the bottom embossed, but the one in amber actually has a tag on there that does say handmade L.E. Smith glass in the USA. There's actually a sticker right there that says that. So you've all seen these before. I find the amber ones more often than the ones in Amberina. How am I going to do this? Okay. Buck, buck, buck. No, that was a chicken. What does a turkey say? He gobbles. I don't know why I did the chicken noise. I don't ask me. All right, I haven't been getting much sleep lately. All right, lovely, and they're nice and heavy, no chips, no cracks, beautiful condition on the two L.E. Smith turkeys on a nest. No, they're not on a nest. They're on the toilet. And here we have a hen on nest. Another one, a nice one in amber. And so we'll be doing those as well. Okay, I've got one more thing to show you that will be in the live sale. Some of these will have prices on them, and then some will be offer ups. And I'm probably not showing you everything. There'll probably be some additional items that will be thrown in there as well. That's Monday night, November the 7th. I've been talking for 20 minutes. A cream and a sugar. And they are part of a breakfast set. Wow. But not only do we get both pots, we have the underpants, the underplate as well. There's the creamer. There's the sugar bowl with its lid. We have two pots. One can be for tea and hot water. Or you can put coffee in one and tea in the other one. A lot of times these were made for one for tea and one for hot water. But do as you please. We have sort of a chintz pattern here. Beautiful. One pot. The smaller one. Here's the larger pot, clearly tea. And the plate below, the underplate with the indentation here so that both pots sit in there very nicely. So when Hazel brings these out from the kitchen, they don't slide onto the floor. And that is a classic 1930s made in Japan mark. Can you see that? So what would have been part of a breakfast set, it might have also had a batter set to go with it for the to make the waffles at the table. We talked about this before. There would have been a muffiner shaker and some other things too. But what we've got here are no chips, no cracks, no staining. These things can stain very easily. We don't have any of that. And again, sort of a very nice chintz pattern, which I would call it. Yeah. And the cream and the sugar to go with it for the breakfast set. Very elegant way to have your breakfast served, or to serve yourself. Okay, since it's already 22 minutes, I don't think I will. Well, we'll chit chat for a minute, but that's it for the thrift haul. See you Monday night, hopefully. I'll see you there. I'll try to get a thumbnail out as a reminder, and then you can go ahead and click on there's a button that you click that reminds you that I'm actually doing it, so you can then tune in. So hopefully we won't have any problems, and I'll see you Monday night at 8 o'clock here at the Old Curiosity Shop for a live sale. Now, since that's over with, just, yes, everyone, thank you again so much. I am still halfway between there and here. I think my table's jiggling. It's going to be another couple of weeks before everything is in place, because there's been some work that's needed to be done here, and there's still some big furniture that needs to come over. But it's coming together nicely, and we've had some very mild weather here in the northeast, which has made it wonderful. I actually was able to start the lawnmower, and I raked and mowed my front yard. I haven't mown a lawn in 30 years. I used to do it many years ago. And so I still have to do the backyard. I'm probably going to go out there now and rake and mow the backyard. And then I will be doing some more filming to show you what's happening next here. The picture rail should be arriving soon. And then I'm also going to be doing the lighting fixtures, some window treatments, and getting a few more pieces of furniture in. So it has been a lot of fun having you watch and comment and give me advice and encouragement during this move. Well, that's it. It's fun to be back doing a thrift haul with you again. And listen, even if you don't buy anything, that's okay. Come join us anyway Monday night. Hopefully, I'll either have Vintage Vinny and Dee from The Thrill of the Thrift, or Tammy and David from Uprising Texas. No, not Uprising Texas. Yeah, that's what they are. They all had a wonderful time. And I believe Katie joined them, and there was a couple of other folks who joined them. I haven't had a chance to see the videos yet, and they went thrifting in Texas. I didn't get to join them because I was in the middle of this, but maybe next year. Well, that's it. What was your favorite item today? These are sweet. That breakfast set is hot to trot. And I don't know if I can part with this. I just love that thing. And does anybody know? I haven't had a chance. Who made this beautiful bowl in this wonderful Christmassy green, emeraldy green color? Try to figure that out before Monday night. But until then, I am Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching and so long for now. See you Monday. Oh, wait for the cat.